There's a sea of Galilee. There's a sea. There's a sea. There's a sea of Galilee. There's a sea. There's a sea. There's a sea of Galilee. There's a boat on the sea of Galilee. There's a boat on the sea of Galilee. Oh, there's a boat. There's a boat. There's a boat on the sea of Galilee. There's a man on a boat on the sea of Galilee. There's a man on a boat on the sea of Galilee. There's a man. There's a man on a boat on the sea of Galilee. There are hands of the man in the boat on the sea of Galilee. There are hands of the man in the boat on the sea of Galilee. There are hands. There are hands. There are hands of the man in the boat on the sea of Galilee. There are nets in the hands of the man in the boat on the sea of Galilee. There are nets in the hands of the man in the boat on the sea of Galilee. There are nets. There are nets. There are nets in the hands of the man in the boat on the sea of Galilee. There are fish in the nets in the hands of the man in the boat on the sea of Galilee. There are fish in the nets in the hands of the man in the boat on the sea of Galilee. There are fish. There are fish. There are fish in the nets in the hands of the man in the boat on the sea of Galilee. There are fish in the nets in the hands of the man in the boat on the sea of Galilee. There are fish in the nets in the hands of the man in the boat on the sea of Galilee. There are fish in the nets in the hands of the man in the boat on the sea of Galilee.
Wow, today is such a nice day. The sun is in the sky, it's a nice cool breeze, these trees look so beautiful. You know what I think? How did all of this get here? Like, how did the trees get here? How did the sun get in the sky?
Well, crazy enough, God just spoke it all into existence.
He spoke everything into existence?
Yeah.
How? Like, how do you know that?
Well, thankfully for us, He gave it to us in His Word. Want to take a look?
Yeah.
In the beginning, God created the sky and the earth. The earth was empty and had no form. Darkness covered the ocean, and God's Spirit was moving over the water. Then God said, "Let there be light." And there was light. God saw that the light was good. So He divided the light from the darkness. God named the light day, and the darkness night. Evening passed, and morning came. This was the first day. Then God said, "Let there be something to divide the water in two." So God made the air to divide the water in two. Some of the water was above the air, and some of the water was below it. God named the air sky. Evening passed, and morning came, the second day. Then God said, "Let the water under the sky be gathered together so that the dry land will appear." And it happened. So God named the dry land earth. He named the water that was gathered together seas. God saw that this was good. Then God said, "Let the earth produce plants. Some plants will make grain for seeds. Others will make fruit with seeds in it. Every seed will produce more of its own kind of plant." And it happened. The earth produced plants. Some plants had grain for seeds. The trees made fruit with seeds in it. Each seed grew its own kind of plant. God saw that all this was good. Evening passed, and morning came. This was the third day. Then God said, "Let there be lights in the sky to separate day from night. These lights will be used for signs, seasons, days, and years. They will be in the sky to give light on the earth." And it happened. So God made the two large lights. He made the brighter light to rule the day. He made the smaller light to rule the night. He also made the stars. God put all these in the sky to shine on the earth. They are to rule over the day and over the night. He put them there to separate the light from the darkness. God saw that all these things were good. Evening passed, and morning came. This was the fourth day.
So everything that God creates says it's good, and everything He created, there's no mistakes. He spoke it into existence, and so it was.
Wow, that's really cool.
That is really cool. The power of God. So what's something that God created that you enjoy?
You know, I really like looking at the moon and the stars at night. I can see it from my bedroom window, and it looks so pretty and amazing. How about you? What do you like?
I like nice, tranquil waters because when get to hang out by them, they're just pretty relaxing, and I do enjoy that. I will say.
That's really nice. You know, there's some waters over there. Do you want to check it out?
I'm definitely down for that.
Yeah.
Appeared to land on anything. Perhaps that right foot never made it up the floor going down on the court.
Hi everyone. That was such a great passage read about God and the creation of the universe, the world. We're going to do a small craft. Now we're going to only really be covering the first 4 days. Now, does everyone remember what was created on the first day? Yes. And what about the second day? Third? You got it. And last, on the fourth, so we're going to do a little craft. I showed you guys my tools before, and let me let you guys know what the next steps are. All right, guys, I have 2 plates. Nothing fancy. Got them from the 99-cent store when you don't feel like doing dishes. All right. We're going to make our craft is going to show what has happened or what God created in the first 4 days. So we're going to take our plate, and now we want to make it into 4 parts. How do you make it into 4 parts? Simple math. You just bend it, you divide, right? So that's 1 fold. So we have 2 parts. And we fold it 1 more time. Oh, my folding is a little bit janky. All right. So we have 4 parts here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Great. So with the other plate that we didn't fold, what we're going to do, we're going to cut a 4th out of it. So we have 4 pieces here. Each piece is a 4th, a little bit of math. We're going to cut out a 4th. Now, if you don't feel comfortable with the scissors, ask for help. I'm just going to eyeball it. And I'm going to cut right here. Y'all see that? And I'm going to cut right here. Bang. So we have something that kind of look like Pac-Man, if you know what Pac-Man looks like. And we have our plate that's been divided into 4. Now it's going to get fun. So on my plate that I divided into 4, I'm going to do a drawing for day 1. And if you need help just dividing it up so you don't like make any marks on the other side over the lines that I created here, I'm just going to use my pencil. And I'm going to just put some lines, some borders so I know. Just put that up right there. All right, guys? So I'm going to write day 1. I'm going to turn it and I'm going to write day 2. Turn it again. Day 3. And one more time. Day 4. So check that out. I have my day 1, day 2, day 3, and day 4. Now we're going to get decorative. So on day 1, God created the light and the darkness. So what I'm going to use for light and darkness, I have colored pencils. Now again, if you want to use crayons, you definitely can. When I think about the light, I look up at the sky and it's blue, right? So in day 1, I'm going to color half light blue and the other half a dark blue, right? For the nighttime. Okay. And oh, I like this color. I feel like I want a little bit more blue in there. Love me some blue. All right. Great. For day 2, water. He created water. So, I am going to use the same blue because I seem to love this blue. And I'm going to make some waves. So how do you make waves? It's kind of like making little curves, like little hooks. Do you see that? I don't know if you guys can see it. It's kind of and I'm gonna color that in. That's day 2. That's our water. All right, so you saw my little waves there for the water. So on day 3, God made the land and the plants. So you know what I think I'm gonna do? I am going to use some brown for the dirt. And then I'm gonna make some trees and some flowers. So I'm gonna make the stems, the leaves. Now, guys, when God made this, it looked a lot better than this. But I'm trying my best. And I know God is pleased with that. All right, so we have some, I'm gonna do a pink flower. All right. I want a yellow flower. Love yellow as well. And I'm gonna do an orange flower. So here we go for day 3. On day 4, God made the sun and the moon. So, everyone draw sun the same way, right? You have that little orange in the sky. I remember drawing a sun like this as a little kid. See my sun? Do you like it? Oh, it's kind of light. Let me try darkening that up for you guys. See my sun? Yes. I'm gonna divide that into half. And I'm gonna use kind of like this neon yellow for the moon. When I was a little kid, I thought the moon was made out of cheese. Yeah, cheese. Not sure who told me that, but I believed it for a while. So here is my sun and my moon. Kind of looks like a banana, doesn't it? Yep, that's how I know how to draw a moon. So here it is. We have day 1, where God created the light and the dark. We have day 2, when God created the water. Day 3, the land and the plants. And day 4, the sun and the moon. All right, guys, so it's coming together. I'm just gonna put this here so you can see what we were thinking about. We have day 1, and then when we turn it, all right, it's not turning right yet. When we turn it, we have day 2. We turn it again, we have day 3. And one more time, we have day 4. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna line the plates up. Now again, if you don't feel confident doing this next part, definitely ask an adult for help. I'm going to take my pencil and right in the middle, I know the middle because I bent it, right? Right in the middle, I'm going to poke a hole in with my pencil. See that? So I'm going to line my plates up. I'm going to trace a hole right in the middle. Oh, 1 second. I need a little bit of room. You see my hole there? And I'm going to poke a hole with the pencil. This one's a little bit tougher since I didn't bend it. Okay, great. So now it lines up. I have a bag tie. I mean, you can use anything, but I'm going to use a bag tie. And it's one of those things that come in like when you get garbage bags, it's kind of like made of wire so you can like make all sorts of funky shapes with it. I don't know if you can see it, right? So I'm going to put that through each hole. All right, so see right there? This is gonna give it its spinability. I don't know if that's a real word. So what I am gonna do is I'll make like a small knot with the end of it because I don't want it to fall apart. And if you need help, ask an adult for some help. I'm going to make a knot in the front as well. I think I need to ask an adult for help. 1 second. All right. So I have it fastened, and let's see if this baby moves. We have day 1, day 2. Day 3. And day 4. Now here, if we want, we can get funky with it. If you want to make some drawings at the top, I'm gonna put what's true, that God is an amazing God. Look, just in a day what our God created. In a day, God created the light and the dark. In a day, he created water, our oceans, our seas. One day, he created land and plants. And my most favorite of all, the sun and the moon. So if you guys want to dress it up, you're free to. All right. And that's it, guys. I put my stars and my hearts because that's all I know how to draw. I hope you enjoy this, and I will see you guys again. Bye.